Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Assam from dopelifecoaching.com. Today I'm going to be talking about an interesting topic. Topic is a trick to instantly make you more confident around girls. So you see, man, there's this method that I like that I've used many times in the past. It's called the as-if method. The as-if method basically is when you imply and suggest that whenever you are interacting with a girl you are interested in, that girl is interested in you. Now I know this method might seem a little weird or off to you, but there's a reason behind it. You see, when you know that someone else is interested in you, you already are showing up as your most authentic and attractive self and your most free-flowing self. You're not nervous. You're not shy. You're just you being you. Therefore, when you're acting that way with a woman who you are interested in and you're already confident, that's going to dramatically increase your chances of succeeding with her. Because you know in the back of your mind that she likes you. Now I know that this isn't a realistic belief, but check this out. Most girls, no matter what, are just not going to be interested in you. That's just a fact of life. Most women are not going to like you, emotionally speaking. Sure, you might be super attractive and look like Brad Pitt, but most women are not going to want you emotionally, and that's okay. However, when you assume that in the back of your mind, that you already know that this woman likes you, you're going to act and say things that are consistent with that belief. Your body language is going to be on point, your eye contact is going to be on point, and you're just going to know what to do naturally without even thinking about it. As a matter of fact, I suggest this to you. If you're not too good with women as of right now, I want you to think about the time when, way back in your childhood or teenage years maybe, where you knew there was a girl who liked you. Now I want you to ask yourself this question: how are you acting around her in those instances? More than likely, you are super confident, your body language is on point, you just knew what to say, and you were so unattached. You were just present in the moment and unattached because you didn't really care about what she would think of you or about the outcome between whatever happens between you and her. Now because of that, I want you to adopt the same mindset with women in general, women you're interested in. And I know some of you are probably watching this right now and thinking, oh, that's arrogant, that's narcissistic. No, it's not. That's actually confident. You're assuming that they like you before they interact with you. You're not assuming that you're the best person on the planet. For example, looking back in my past, I know there was a woman who was really attractive at one point, and I took her out, and over the course of the date when we were out, I was just being very flirty, very confident, and I was setting the dynamics from the very beginning. I was leading it from the very beginning, and she was being playful too. She was reciprocating. And then I remember when we were like crossing the street, I reached for her hand and I held it. And then she specifically told me something like, you have some kahunas doing that. Basically meaning you need some balls to do something like that. That's very forward of you. Now in the back of her mind, she's probably thinking, this guy's done this several times before. He knows what to do with women. He knows how to escalate. He knows how to initiate attraction. He knows how to touch in a polite way, of course, without being too overbearing or coming off as creep. Now the point I'm trying to make by telling you this story isn't to make it seem like I'm some big shot and know everything and I could get any woman I want. No. The point is to tell you that when you program your mind in a certain way to know that the other woman is interested in you, even though there's no proof to support that, when you suggest that to yourself, you act more confident. Especially for you guys that are watching this that are beginners at this, who don't necessarily have too much experience. This is actually super powerful for beginners. Because a beginner's mindset is, oh my God, I'm going out on a date. Is she gonna like me? Is she gonna do this? I remember the first date I went on, I was 20 years old, bro. And the girl I was out with at the time, she was attractive. She wasn't like super attractive, but she was attractive. But I remember I was thinking everything like, is she gonna like me? Is she gonna feel this way? Oh my goodness, I have to make a great first impression on her. See, that's the bad mentality, bro. You should think the other way around. Am I going to like her? Is she going to be a good fit for me? Sure, she likes me, even though we said we're not 100% sure about that, but we will act as if. That's the as if method. Sure, she likes me, but do I like her enough? Is she worth it? Is she worth seeing again? Is she worth giving another shot? All those questions. You should think like this, bro. Remember, think in terms of abundance. I always preach an abundance mindset, an abundance mentality, where you know there's a million women out there who would want you right now and at the drop of a hat, who would love to go out with you at the drop of a hat. As a matter of fact, think about it statistically speaking. There's 7 point something billion people on the planet, half of which are women. Out of those half, there's at least 1% that are interested in you. Say even 1 in 500 that are interested in you. That's still hundreds of thousands, if not millions, I think, of women across the globe who would be interested in you. So think about it that way, dude. It's the abundance mindset. What I also really like about the as if method is that it takes the pressure off of yourself and instead you focus on the other person. You see, guys, here's a rule of thumb. When you're out with a woman, on a date, whatever, you're meeting a woman for the first time, you need to take the pressure off of yourself and focus on the other person instead. Focus on them, don't focus on you. Don't focus on, is she gonna like me? Am I good enough? All that bullshit. No, that's a loser's mindset. Focus on whether or not you like her enough. Focus on what she's saying. Listen to her, listen to what she's saying. Listen to the stories she's telling you. Actively listen and remember certain details. By the way, women love that because it shows her that you're interested in her for her, not for anything else. You see, man, what I noticed a lot with a lot of guys is they use the as if method to a negative extreme. In other words, they're already assuming that the other woman does not like them, that all women are out of his league, that he basically cannot attract any woman he actually really wants. And the only women who are attracted to him, if any, are women he has absolutely no interest in. You see, most guys adopt that mentality where they're thinking like that. And of course, because they're thinking like that, it affects their body language, it affects their tonality, it affects everything, it affects their eye contact, it affects the way they're speaking. And when they have this in their mind, the women who are interacting with them could sniff that from a mile away, even before they open their mouths. You could just tell the person's body language is off, they're not confident, they look like they're very down, they're not looking with a sense of purpose, they're more like this, like they're lost. They cross their arms, they have guarded body language, you guys probably can't see, but like they're crossing their arms like this to kind of, you know, make themselves feel safe, because when you don't cross your arms, you're more vulnerable. Instead, when you're open, you're more confident. If you noticed, you'll find that most men think like that, and that's why most men settle for relationships, for marriages that they don't even want. You shouldn't be like that, bro. What you should do is use the as if method and actually become that person. You see, when you use the as if method, you're suggesting that that person really likes you, which is great, but you should also become that type of person who you want to attract, or at least that type of person who's really good with girls. Working on yourself at the gym, working on your hobbies, becoming a better man in general, focusing on your masculine energy. At the end of the day, when you focus on your masculine energy, that's what you have to offer to the world. That's what you have to provide to the world. That's the value that's within you that will make the world a better place because of it. And that's your purpose, and you have to figure out what that is. If you don't know what that is yet, at least start where you're curious and what you're curious about. And when you figure that out, double down on that. And then who knows what you can make out of that. Maybe you could turn it into a side hustle. Maybe you could turn it into a form of service for others. Maybe you could become a personal trainer. I have no idea. A musician, a rapper, an artist, an actor. God knows. But when you focus more on those things, you put yourself in the masculine frame by default, and that's super attractive to women. So if you're at a low right now where you don't know how to attract the type of women that you want, start there and maneuver everything from there. And then start suggesting, that person likes me, that woman likes me, these women like me, they find me attractive. And then you'll notice the way you talk, the way you walk, your body language, your eye contact, everything is going to change. You're gonna be way more free. You're not gonna be like clenched up and nervous and stuttering. Instead, you will be relaxed, which is exactly what I want for you, dude. Anyways, man, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you show your support by smashing that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it a lot. And also, if you want consistent updates on similar content like this, as always, do yourself a favor and hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single thing in the future. Comment down in the comment section below for future videos or ideas that you'd like me to cover. And like always, I'd be way more than happy to cover them. Go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. We still have free consultations for first-timers, dude, so make sure you take advantage of that offer. But that's about it, man. Focus more on the other person when it comes to interacting with them than yourself. Assume that they like you. Assume that they're really interested in you, even though you know that's not a fact, but you have to assume it so you can make yourself into that person with a better body language, better eye contact, and just a better man in general, a higher value man. You got this, man. You go out there, you go and kill it, and watch the great things that are going to happen to you, man. I'm outie. Peace.